Hello.
Hello.
What is happening to this Chanel? Yeah, a lot to talk about. Oh God, a lot.
So yeah, welcome to podcast number 13.
13, yes.
Lucky number 13.
I feel like we're talking to so many new people now. This is my brother Andi.
Hi.
And I'm Anton. And what the hell is happening to this channel right now? I got so many things to address. Andi and I actually filmed a podcast about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then several things came in between that. And now the channel exploded and it's just out of date. And we decided, let's shoot another podcast, talk about some of the same issues we talked about, some other ones. But there's just a couple of things I have to address because this is just absolutely getting out of hand. So, of course, welcome to all the new people, to all the new subscribers. Where to even begin?
Anton is beginning to getting crushed under the weight of 700.
You know, I study. It's almost 600,000.
600.
A week ago, I released my 400K Q&A.
Yeah.
Now
What the fuck?
By the way, just about that Q&A video, the reason why the visuals look so weird and the audio is messed up is just my fault. I messed it up a little bit. I think the video is still great and very funny, but the reason why I'm so shiny is because that was me trying to fix it. The raw looked horrible, and then I kind of put 2 tracks on top of each other, decreased the opacity, changed the contrast, so then you could actually see me. I just looked way too shiny.
Yeah,
and crazy.
You had like this Judge Dredd slow-mo effect on you, right?
Yeah, exactly. But and also the audio was a little bit. I set it up to be a bit too sensitive, and then it just kind of it was a bit too loud.
And was it just me, or did it sometimes felt like the video was sped up, like you were moving?
No.
Absurdly fast?
No.
Okay, maybe
that's my Shaolin skills.
Yeah, obviously.
I also look really fucking bright on that camera right now. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? I have things to talk about.
This channel didn't get to 600K subscribers for video quality.
You know, it's crazy. This is our 13th podcast. Every time, technical difficulties. Each time, something goes wrong. Yeah. But this is a part of it. This is a part of the ride. So I have to address this BBC video. Yes. Because if you go to the original BBC video, in the comment sections, most stuff is about me.
What?
Yeah. And then you look under my top-rated comments, and you know, I'm very grateful. I'm very happy the video did so well. Right? I knew this was gonna do well, but I thought the second time I do this, it's not gonna be that exciting anymore. It exploded. It went viral. It's awesome. It's great. But a lot of people in the comment section are massively misunderstanding what I said in this video. And I just have to clarify this, and I'm really sorry to the BBC that I didn't clarify this clearly enough in the video. I didn't say that the BBC scripted the video. If you look at the comments, so many people say, oh, BBC is fake news, BBC is shit, of course BBC faked another blah, blah, blah. It's like, you totally missed the point. Or maybe it's definitely also my fault. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. Every time I said, oh, this is just for cameras, or this is scripted, maybe it was like insinuated that it's like BBC faked this. And that was totally not my intention because I don't know if BBC faked this. In fact, I highly doubt that the BBC goes to the Shaolin Temple and it's like, oh, we have a script here, let's do this.
Exactly.
That's not how it works at all. In fact, it's a lot more likely that the people who filmed this, they don't know the Shaolin Temple that well. They went there and the monks, or some of them who are in charge of guiding these
public relations.
Yeah, who are in charge of leading these camera teams around, they know exactly what camera teams like to film and where they like to film. Yeah. So it's not the BBC necessarily messing this one up. This is the Shaolin Temple understanding how to market itself.
And the BBC are not the first camera team to go there.
Yes,
they know what they're doing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, so this probably happened in very close collaboration or in conjunction with BBC Shaolin Temple. Like the Shaolin Temple, the director there says, oh, this place looks nice. The monks say, oh yeah, sure, let's go film there. And then the monks say, yo, actually, this place is a cool place to film. Then the BBC says, oh, sure, let's go there. It's not, the BBC guaranteed did not script this video from beginning to end. The Shaolin Temple, they don't do that. They don't go along with that. They decide what's being done. Yeah. Okay? So don't just... If you see a comment saying, oh, BBC faked everything, then now you know better, and now you know that, no, that's
downvote that comment.
Yeah, this is not true. This is not what I said in the video, and I really apologize if it came across like that. I should have been more clear on that. By scripted, I didn't mean BBC scripted this video from beginning to end.
To be fair, I also was under that assumption. Like, you just say, it's scripted. You don't say they scripted it, or they, So good to clarify.
That's maybe on me. Sorry, but also another thing is that this I said in the end, and I think I was also overall very positive about the video. I said in the end that I really like it. And the thing is, even though it is scripted, there's a difference between scripted and fake. Because they didn't fake how somebody's at the temple can fly over mountains. They created a story about something that could happen in the temple. So that's why I'm okay with this one.
Okay.
For example, ghostwriters. I feel like this is a good example. Some people don't like ghostwriters. They feel like if you're an artist and you don't write your own lyrics, it's fake.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that, but I also see the other side. It's like, if you have a ghostwriter, he doesn't just write his lyrics, he has to write them like you would write them. So they have to create a story that is plausible for the temple, right? And the temple also says, well, we don't have anyone doing a test right now, but this happens here sometimes, so let's create it. So this is not like, oh, it's fake. This is a story that is plausible in the temple, more or less. Some things are not
obviously
correct.
Exaggerated.
Some things are, some like I said, some things are exaggerated, some things are just don't happen like that anymore. But the thing is, this is overall a still plausible story, and I think it's a great piece that they did.
I mean,
yeah, and also think about how many Shaolin documentaries there are, and I don't do reaction videos to those because this one was so unique.
The entire reaction would be,
yeah. There's no point in that, and this one was just so epic because, like I said in the beginning of the video, I saw the thumbnail, I knew him, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So I just wanted to talk about it so much. That's why I did it. So please don't go raging about the BBC and how they fake stuff. This is definitely not the case in this one. I don't know if BBC faked other shit. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying this one, the BBC did not go to the Shaolin Temple and tell them, we want to do this, do it. That's not how it works.
That's the one place on earth where they can do it.
Yeah. Takes two to tango.
Imagine like the small little BBC Kameralauch talking to a Shaolin master and like, please, we have a contract. Can you please?
The Shaolin was like, no. 想走哪儿这么容易? Yeah. Okay. So I just needed to freaking clarify this. Yeah. Because I see like the views climbing and the subscriber count explodes. And I'm like, oh God. People are shitting on the BBC so hard. Like, oh God damn. Maybe I messed this one up.
To be a little... to defend those people a little bit. The BBC... Like it has like the whole documentary has kind of this handwriting of BBC making everything like unbelievably over dramatic
and cinematic.
It kind of maybe it's that frustration a little bit. Yeah, they see like something that they're very interested in, the Shaolin Temple, and then you say, oh, that isn't 100% what would happen right now at the temple, or what was happening right now at the temple. And then of course they're like, I knew it. Like the BBC ruins everything. And of course maybe that's the train of thought that they went through. So
and also think about it like this. Imagine if a big famous guest came to your house. You clean up the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it fake when the camera team comes into your house and it's like, wow, it's that clean, even if it's usually not that clean? Is it fake? Well, no, you made it nice for the guests. Right. And also big respect to BBC because I made sure that this was fair use. Like I barely used their video, like barely. I paused it
after every few seconds.
Yeah. And I think respect to the BBC. They didn't reach out to me or anything, but they left it standing. And I saw that in the description of that Shaolin video. There's like saying something like blah 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 episode 1. So this is apparently the first episode of a new little show they're doing. And
of a show on Shaolin or show on special places
I think on special places around the world.
Yeah.
And really respect to BBC. They respected fair use. And I think honestly that's what I'm saying. Even the people who filmed this, they looked at my video and they were like, at some parts they were probably thinking like, whoa, I did not know they didn't train there. It's possible. Even they were like, interesting. For them, it was also like, what? we were being told different things. And the thing is, the Pagoda Forest, for example, is a place where they filmed, and obviously we don't train there. But if you train there for the camera, I don't see what the issue is still. It's a beautiful place.
It's not like you couldn't
train there. It's not like you couldn't train. It's not like the Shaolin monks haven't historically trained there. And now it's a huge tourist area, so of course it's locked down. And when you train all day, you just train in the training halls. But it's not like it's fake when they train for the cameras. I don't know, man. It's just people are misunderstanding it and being, oh, it's so fake, it's so fake.
That section on the Pagoda Forest was kind of cool. Like you had like this huge mystery building up. Like, no, we don't go there anymore.
I saw
we don't go to Ravenholm anymore.
I saw this epic comment being like a BBC documentary about zebras getting eaten by lions.
Yeah.
The zebra goes, nah, we don't actually get eaten there. But it's a cool place to film. A zebra watches BBC David Attenborough documentary, and now the zebra is being eaten. It's good for filming, but we don't get eaten here.
You want me to give the leg to the lion? So
yeah,
we don't do that.
Just to clarify it. And these sort of big explosions of growth of a channel. Again, this is fantastic. It's all I want, right? To have my videos being watched by people. This is awesome. I'm so happy about it. But I now changed my pinned top comment on that video to say, like, please, before you subscribe, check out my other videos so that you know that you are even on board with my content. Because what I don't want is 200,000 unactive people who are just here to wait for Shaolin videos, which I only do when there's a good reason for it, right? So I do gaming videos, I do vlogs, I do this podcast.
Yeah.
I essentially do everything that I want to do.
Yeah.
It's not a Shaolin channel, right? Even though these videos do extremely well. And so that's why I did like, look at the other videos first, then subscribe.
Yeah. In before fastest subscriber loss in YouTube history.
After this video, subscribers just lost 200,000.
It goes like the subscriber rate drops to 0%.
I might have to plan a 300,000 Q&A.
After the 400. Oh,
imagine that. 400K, 600K, 300K.
That's a low blow.
And then I make a video, real Shaolin disciple reacts to real Shaolin disciple loses subscribers, which gets 10 million views.
A million subscribers.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I hope, I already saw on Social Blade it's kind of slowing down again, which I'm happy about, because the upcoming videos are going to be gaming videos.
Yeah.
And
this podcast, of course.
And the podcast, of course. I also have this thing. I don't know if people care about this. So my in-laws just visited, and they brought me this, these sort of military food packages. These sort of, I think they're called MREs. They're like a box, and they're packed with food, survival food for the forest, and like teas and different sweets and
so stuff that doesn't.
Every military has that.
That doesn't turn bad quickly, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is like the meal for one extensive day of whatever.
Okay.
And I think soldiers always have one of these with them when they go hiking or whatever they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I have one of these, and I thought about doing an unpacking of one of those, but I don't know if this is interesting. I mean, I don't even know what's in there. It's probably just chocolate and...
You pick it out. Oh, it's Russian, I can't read. And put it away.
I don't know. So maybe I'll do that. Who knows? But it's still closed. It's in my room.
Okay.
Whatever.
So you don't know what's in there?
It's food. I know it's food, but I don't know what's in there exactly. But it's the winter edition. They have like a summer edition and a winter
soldier edition.
Yeah, winter soldier edition.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, how did your in-laws get their hands on this?
I think you can buy this in Russia. I mean, they're all about their military, and you can buy this stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, I hope I said everything about this BBC stuff that has to be said. Yeah. And after this, because the people who watch this podcast, I consider like
the core.
Yeah.
Right.
So any audience is like an onion, like a 6-pound onion, and they have like layers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Shaolin content is all the way on the outside, because that's like very mainstream kind of. People love that stuff, and I get it, right? I get it.
Or you could put it in a more positive way. Everyone watches the Shaolin stuff.
Okay, yeah. Let's do it like this. Yeah. Everyone watches the Shaolin stuff. Then you have the gaming videos, of course.
Yeah.
The next layer is even the people who watch the vlogs, who are interested in, who this is. And then you have the core, which I do think that's the people who really watched our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the core. These are people who say like, not only do I love the stuff, I want to help you sustain your life. These are people who go on Patreon, And after did that video, usually when I upload my video, I'm just like, I'm done with it. I just go in my living room, I sit down with Sophia, and I chill. And just let the video play out for a couple of hours. And then I go on Discord. So the day I released that, there was, of course, a fucking D-Day Normandy Operation Market Garden storming of the Discord.
Yes.
And, this Discord is such a close and intimate group. And I know most of these people, all of the people who are active, I know them, right? And I would even consider some of them friends, even though that's freaking cringe. But then I want to get to know people. So when somebody comes in, I'm like, yo, where you from? What's your name? Then boom, while we're talking, the next one comes in. It's like, Rantoni Discord, I'm new here. I'm like, fuck. And then the new one comes in. A new one comes in. And I think that's not a good thing, right? Because this is an intimate group.
Well, yeah. There's a limit to how many people you can have in an intimate group, right?
Exactly. Or even if there's no limit, then at least it has to grow in a manner that is retraceable for everybody in it. Because what I love so much about my Discord is even when I'm not on it, I see people in the voice chat with each other, talking to each other. I see people having conversations even without me being there when I'm busy. These people, there are people who have become friends on there. And when you're here and then suddenly 30 new people, you're like, whoa, what's happening? Because everybody, at least the active ones, we care about this place. So that's why what I've implemented now, a new thing, and I think this is such a great idea. Props to Linus. Linus came up with this. It's that I lock down the Discord and I unlock 5 new slots each month. This is not a good decision financially. It's not the right call. But
okay.
It's just so that when new people come in, we can get to know them one at a time, and so we don't get stormed by people. So this is, I think, a really good call, and I thank God I did this sooner than later.
Yeah. And okay, so and those 5 people will be randomly picked.
No, it's just the way it works. I can limit tiers on Patreon. I can limit the amount of you have the tiers, right?
Yeah.
Tier 1 means you can come on the Discord, see everything, but you can't interact. I did that originally, so I didn't have to kick out anyone who was already there. Yeah. So this is unlimited because these people don't overcrowd the space.
Yeah.
Then you have the level 3, €3 and €4. This is writing and then also talking. So these 2 I've limited now, and every beginning of every month I will add 5 more slots. I don't know if for each or for only one, but 5 more slots, so then 5 more people can join.
And those 5 will be randomly picked from all those that want to join, right? Because at the end of the month, what happens if you have like...
No, you cannot. Yeah, I think there's... Yeah, even someone in the Discord didn't really get this. So you cannot become a patron then. It's not like... So no one has to worry about not getting their rewards.
Okay.
So this patron tier has a limit, and then they can't even click on it and choose it. So that's why they can't...
That's a bold decision.
It's not the financially right choice, but I think this Discord community has become so much more than I ever expected. That's why I have to kind of protect this.
It. And keep it so that, it's still a reward. Like
exactly.
If there are hundreds of people that that all don't know each other, it's no longer a reward.
It also kind of defeats the purpose.
Yes.
You want to have a place where cool people are and we can talk. Yeah. So, and it defeats the purpose if there are 10,000 people on
cool? I don't know.
So that's what I did. I didn't restrict the $10 reward. The $10 one is where you get on the Discord.
You own it.
And you also get to ask a Patreon question.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to limit that because, first of all, the point was to get fewer people on the Discord or to have a steadier growth. And if the money threshold is higher, that's going to be that's going to disincentivize
by itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also, I didn't want to increase the amount of money I want from people who ask podcast questions.
Yeah.
So I think this is fine. If somebody wants to pay this much to come on the Discord, you can do it. But this is mostly for if you want to ask podcast questions. Just wait for the beginning of next month, and then you can get in with the normal amount. Okay, so
that's a good topic you speak of there. Are we, because last podcast, the one that we kind of that's kind of outdated now, we answered mostly Patreon questions. So should we just apologize in advance? Or?
No, we're still going to answer it.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a couple of them that are actually answered in the Q&A, so we can save these.
Oh, awesome.
And but there's one more thing. Very. I feel like we didn't really talk about this in the last one. This whole Jacksfilms thing.
Really short, yeah.
Because the thing is, there's not so much to talk about there. Okay, let me explain this. So I was in Mallorca with my wife, on holiday. And then we were walking around. Sophia was taking pictures. And then I get a buddy of mine on Discord send me a message. Bro, Jacksfilms just gave you an award. And that was like mind fuck times 10. Like, oh my God. Because I knew Jacksfilms channel with 4 or 5 million subs. Did you know Jacksfilms?
Never heard of him before that was posted in your subreddit. Like
never once?
No. I like from watching the video, I also couldn't really tell what he normally does.
I also don't really know, to be honest. Yeah. I saw him on the H3 podcast. Very nice guy. Very cool guy. But that was amazing. And then I got a shit ton of messages about, I just saw you on Jacksfilms. And it was like, that's so crazy. But the thing is, like, what I find even more amazing is that, again, There's much love to Jacksfilms. Awesome of you. But what I found so cool about this whole thing is that I know that Jacksfilms is very connected to like H3H3. He's been on their podcast for like 5 hours and other people.
Jesus.
And just to know that maybe H3H3 saw me. I am watching you.
Ethan!
Oh,
Chinese people on the way.
So just to know that maybe they saw me, that's pretty damn epic.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also. How many subscribers does H3H3 have?
They have like
They have 3 channels,
four
right?
four
Four
channels.
channels. Oh my god.
So they have their H3H3 channel. That's very inactive. That's where they do like reaction videos, but that's very inactive. Then they have Ethan and Hila. That's their vlog channel. Also very inactive. Then they have their main channel, I guess right now is the podcast channel.
Oh, that's the main channel.
That's what they do right now
Okay.
as their main, I think, job.
Yeah.
And then they have podcast highlights where they just
Oh yeah,
release snippets.
I see.
So they have
yeah,
on the podcast they have at least 3 million.
Oh wow. Okay.
But they're such cool guys, man. I love those guys. They're just really
Natural.
they're really chill people,
Yeah,
really
really
cool
natural.
people. I would love to meet them one day. And also, I get so many comments and so many DMs and so many questions. This is like the most go-to question is this whole
Where's Shaolin Temple?
No. It's the whole MMA fighter versus Shaolin fighter. Shaolin is fake.
Wait,
Comments like this who say like, oh, Shaolin is fake and they can't
They would never win against Conor McGregor.
Yeah, this kind of stuff. And it's like, I said this before in a podcast that I don't know if I'm the right person or if I even have the energy to explain this stuff because it is complicated. And to be honest also, I understand why these people think this way. It is not only is there truth to that, it's also the fault of the marketing of the Shaolin Temple right now and of China as a whole of why it is perceived this way.
I know where
It is extremely complicated, Shaolin, but you're wrong. And Shaolin is the most amazing thing in this whole world. But it takes a huge explanation. And one day when I'm on the Joe Rogan podcast, I will put all the cards on the table.
You will start and Joe Rogan's gonna kick you out.
No, but I would love to shine some light on this. So shed some light on this because it is extremely interesting. And both the people who go like, oh, Shaolin is a mysterious martial art that makes you rise into the heavens, they're full of shit. And then you have the people who like, it's all just dancing. It's like they don't know nothing. And then you have this one guy, I don't remember his name, who did a video on, he went to Shaolin Temple for a few weeks and then said, they don't know how to fight. It's like, why does everybody want...
Fight me.
Why does everybody want to be an expert on this so much that you're not willing to do any research on this? You don't know. But again, it's also at the same time, I always have to calm myself down and be like, I totally understand why they feel this way. Because they are also totally right in a certain sense. It's a big issue for another time.
For China itself, people thinking that way is like what they wanted, right? Yeah, it's.
And the thing is, I don't know if I want to be the guy who to dive into this.
You know what will happen if you say like real Shaolin disciple clarifies if MMA fighters could defeat Shaolin.
I would love to make a video like the truth about Shaolin. To explain to people what this even means.
The truth about Shaolin. Yeah, you better be prepared for 100
like
million.
But the thing is, people don't even understand the basics. They think Shaolin is a martial art. They don't understand nothing.
Well.
It is so from the bottom up pathetic that people don't know anything about it, but they want to so badly. But the thing is, if I start to be the guy, the Shaolin guy, then I have to enter this whole community, and the Shaolin community, like any other community, by the way, is so full of cancerous people. It's
well, any big community.
Yeah, any big community. It's full of oh God. Oh. I don't know if I want to be that person to do this. But the thing is also, don't trust, or not don't trust, but if somebody talks about Shaolin who lives off teaching it, that's already, I would be very careful already, because they profit, or it's in their financial interest that Shaolin is seen as something more than what it is. This whole esoteric level, a lot of Shaolin people who teach it, they need that to be there.
Yeah. They need their customers who are in it for the spiritual blah
blah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you could say I profit of Shaolin. Yeah, you could say that in a way, right? But the thing is, I have no interest in, it's not in my interest what Shaolin is. I can talk about my experience and what I've learned about it. I don't know everything, far from it. But if Shaolin stops being seen as something spiritual, or people lose interest in Shaolin and they don't want to learn it anymore, I don't have a school. I'm okay with it. I do my videos on my channel here. I don't just do Shaolin videos. I do other stuff. And also, there's a fantastic video that I will link in the description box below. There's a super small channel. I found this a week ago, who traveled China, speaks very good Chinese, and he went to a school and talked to a master of a school about what Shaolin Kung Fu is. And that guy is 90% so on point. I will link this video in the description. Please watch the whole thing. It's not very edited. It's not high quality.
It's not very BBC.
It's not BBC. He just sits down with a master for 12 minutes and he lets him talk. Now, even this master is careful with his words, like Chinese people have to be. But he is so on point. He explains it so well. But who knows what is going to happen in the future? Who knows? But yeah, so, okay, we talked about this. Now let's talk about games.
Let's go into the gaming world.
Gamescom.
Gamescom, yes. So, in case you don't know, it's last week was Gamescom. It's the biggest video game expo in Europe, as far as I know.
I think it's the biggest one worldwide in terms of people being able to play. Because
that's actually possible.
Because the E3 is not for players.
Yeah, the E3 is mainly announcements.
Press and yeah.
So, yeah, we have like the E3 equivalent of Europe, but more focused on playing demos.
Yeah, this is for gamers to go there and really have a good time.
In Cologne.
Yeah. Cologne. Used to be in Leipzig.
Yeah, half of the people went there who got beat up on the way. So they
decided that Leipzig is too ghetto, so then they went to no, Leipzig is a beautiful city.
Sorry about our Leipzig friends. Yeah, this is mein Wien so.
Yeah, this is mein Wien so. Leipzig is very cool city, a very cool place, but they decided let's move it to a place with less.
I mean, it's Cologne is better connected. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like it has a bigger airport. The city is known on more like
it's in the Ruhrpott.
Yeah, it's in the Ruhrpott, which has high density, so it's easy to find a hotel. It's a better
closer to Frankfurt Airport.
It's a better place.
Yeah. And we've been there several times when we were children.
Yes.
And I always try to get the.
That was the first thing I wanted to say. Right?
Fuck the fucking Gamescom and the German fucking child protective shit.
So in Germany we have this system called FSK.
And USK for games.
USK, yeah, and it has multiple tiers. Like they say, this video game or movie, you're not allowed to interact with it. Either no limit, or 6 and above, 12 and above, 16 and above, and 18. Yeah. And of course, all the good stuff was always hidden behind 18.
18 or 16.
Right? And we went there, we weren't 18.
Oh, dude.
But that was somehow we
went to Leipzig, we went at least twice, actually.
Yeah, and I don't remember being like barred from that many places.
I was fucked.
Somehow
I got so wrecked.
Yeah.
I once, when I was 14, I got the 16 band.
Yeah. But you felt like having the biggest dick.
When they gave that to me, I was like, I have ascended. I am a god. And but the thing is, because people could see right away that I'm just this fucking dwarf. They just didn't let me in. They were like, bro, can I see your ID? And I was like, bye.
1 second.
1 second, I just have to call my mom and then turn around and run away. So I never got to see fucking shit when I was there. And
ouch.
Then I went once to Cologne. That was, I think, 2012 or 13?
Possibly, yeah.
And I think I was already 18 or 16 at that point. But that was kind of nice. And now I went again after such a long time. And you know what's interesting? I thought I just had this problem back then because I was just a kid. But dude, it is so tiring to walk around in these halls. I don't understand it even. I was with my wife there. The main reason why I went is I wanted to show Sophia what Gamescom is like. And even though she really enjoyed it and it was cool to see all these people that are passionate about the same thing, after 2 hours, your eyes are like bloodshot red.
What?
Yes.
Because you keep watching screens all the time.
Yeah, but you're not really. I don't feel like I was watching screens more than I am at home. Yeah. And then your feet start to hurt like hell. And we were both looking at each other at 3 o'clock after walking there for like 2 hours, like, we gotta leave, bro. We gotta go.
You pathetic noodle. What's wrong with you?
And then I realized I'm I'm past my prime, and these 6 years that I haven't been, that's the time when I should have gone. Yeah. But now I'm old and I can't take it anymore. But when was the last time you were at Gamescom?
Yeah, it's gotta be like 2010 10 or 11.
Holy shit.
It's a very long time ago.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the best way to go to Gamescom is alone. Really, is alone and with a camping seat. Or like
yes, they're super important.
You need those if you actually want to play games there. Like
prepare to wait.
Prepare to wait, and not just wait. I mean, wait.
3
hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, to play 15 minutes.
So to play 15 minutes. I actually don't even think that's really worth it. But the thing is, if you want to do that, that's fine. So just get a good chair, get a little camping chair, get your Switch. A lot of people you see waiting in lines with their Switch, which is
the best console.
Which is the best console on earth, and it's a fantastic idea. And so you really need that. If you're there with your girlfriend, it's impossible to enjoy it. I mean, you can barely talk.
Savage.
No, it's not. Even if I was there with my best friend, I don't think I would have enjoyed this one bit.
What
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Stand in line with your friend for 3 hours?
Wow, you can
talk. And also the thing is, even friends don't have the exact taste in games.
Yeah.
Imagine if you want to stand at the Modern Warfare booth for 3 hours and your friend wants to be in the Cyberpunk booth.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
What? Speaking of Cyberpunk, ridiculous. Cyberpunk had a booth, a big one.
With Keanu Reeves?
No. And they only showed a 50-minute video, and there was a 3-hour line.
What?
And somebody told me who walked out was like, bro, they said they will upload this in a week. They will upload this to YouTube in a week, and now I just stood here for 3 hours watching a video. Or like a guy playing live.
Okay.
Yeah. I got recognized 8 times.
What, did you mark that in your recognized?
That was so sweet. Every fan I recognized was so sweet, so nice.
Awesome.
Such cool people. You know, I have to be careful with my wording here, but epic gamers, listen up. Like even you know this.
Yeah.
Gamers, we are not a homogeneous group.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
We're just people who play video games. Yeah. Everybody does.
And the group is as diverse as video games.
Exactly, and that's totally cool. That's a great thing. But some gamers lack, and honestly, I'm not even saying that to speak down. They lack hygiene. Even I do sometimes. I don't enjoy taking showers all the time.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes when I'm in my room, I fucking working on my videos, I smell like a fucking wreck. I smell like a hobo's dick cheese. Yeah. And you know, us gamers, we don't always have the best hygiene. I'm part of that sometimes. But the thing is, also other people sometimes are like this. So
and when they're highly concentrated.
And when it's in the 35-degree Cologne sun.
Yeah.
And I was really worried that I'm gonna have people who had a long day walk towards me and be like, Ranton, and then go for the hug and then squeeze me like a lemon, and all the liquid comes out. And it's like so I was very happy that didn't happen. People were so sweet, so nice, and every person I met was cool. There was even this one really sweet moment when I was walking with Sophia, and then a group of 3 people, they yelled from behind us, Ranton! And I was like, oh my God! And then I walked towards them, and it was 2 guys, 1 girl.
Motion.
Yeah, and then I asked them, do you guys want to take a picture? And the moment I said that, I realized, what an obnoxious thing to say.
Yeah, what a pretentious and arrogant thing, right?
Because at that point, I already met 5 other people. That was the last group I met. And the other 5 people, they all wanted to take pictures with me. Yeah. They were all like, oh, do you want to take a picture? I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
So you didn't even think,
and
right?
You don't think about it. And you're like, oh, you guys want to take a picture? And the moment these words left my mouth, I was like, what have I become? What a fucking arrogant, stupid asshole thing to say. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I will never.
Like I know how famous I am, right?
Like, oh
so
my God.
can we speed this up? Can you take your picture and then fuck off?
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I will never. But now I know this. Okay, now I know this. I will never ask anybody that if they want to take a picture. I'm really sorry to those 3 guys. They were super sweet and they were like, yeah, yes, but maybe they didn't want to take a picture. It's like, okay, never ask that fucking question again. Like, I will never. If you want to have a picture, just you ask me. Okay, don't. I'm new to this. Okay, I'm new to this. So.
And did you meet any patrons?
I don't know. I don't ask if you're a patron.
Well, no, but somehow I would assume like if a patron meets you there, they would say, "Hey, Anton, I'm this and this guy from the Patreon."
Oh yeah.
Sorry, no patron. Discord. Sorry.
No, but a guy who I met there, Joshua. Yeah? He's now on the Discord.
So that was easy.
What's up, dude? Yeah. So that was quite the experience, and there was also. I mean, honestly, Gamescom is pretty awesome. It is
so would you, overall you enjoyed it?
I didn't enjoy it much because I got super tired and my legs fucking hurt and we didn't have chairs. So did I enjoy it? No, but I do still think that Gamescom is a fantastic thing.
Okay.
because you're surrounded by people who share the same passion. You see how huge gaming has become, man.
And the way like it's celebrated, like gaming is...
It is a pure celebration of this medium. And it's
thinking back on when we were young and gaming was like Super Nintendo level, it was unimaginable. And
honestly, I mean, now thinking back, how the fuck was Gamescom a thing back then?
Yeah.
We were there, what was it, 2006? Yeah, dude, 2006.
Yeah.
How in the world was Gamescom?
And it was like at that time, it was already like absurdly big.
It was packed.
Yeah, and even then, like,
what games even existed?
And how were there so many people and it was still so underrepresented everywhere else?
Honestly, thinking back, I have not a slightest clue how Gamescom was able to finance itself back then.
I have no idea.
What did we see there? What games did we see? Spore was a huge thing. Spore, yeah. Remember this game?
Yeah. Where you had like your microbes and they evolved. And
I think what were the biggest games that were already out around 2006? I mean, Resident Evil 4 was already out.
They had a huge like Blade X or Blade Soul or something.
It is really crazy that this was able to exist even at that point so early.
But I gotta say, at that point, I remember that Games Convention in Leipzig was also, it has a lot more like media that was only peripherally connected to gaming. Like I remember there was a chill lounge with arcades, and I haven't seen one in Cologne.
That exists. There's a whole hall with arcades.
Yeah, probably now it becomes so popular again that it's But I remember that was like one of the few times I saw an arcade in Germany, and the place where the arcades stood, they didn't have much to do with video games itself. Like it was just like a few how do you call them, fat boys, where you could sit and play like arcade games.
Yeah. But I still think Gamescom, any gamer, you should go there once. Definitely go by yourself, or if you have a friend, just be willing to split up there.
That's like maybe going by yourself. I think one of the most fun parts of going to a convention is the way to it, like the train ride to it or the car ride. so
definitely make like times when you're gonna meet at what place, but definitely just it's definitely something that you have to see, because
exploring there is so.
For example, games convention in Leipzig back then, I remember 0 cosplayers. 0.
Yeah. Oh well.
The only cosplayers were people who were paid to be there for the games, to stand there. Yeah. And this time it's
everywhere. Like cosplay is one of the biggest. The biggest sub communities, I would say, in that has like literally been created to video games becoming popular.
I gotta say, how do you feel about this? Cosplay is even great.
Why do you ask?
Again, absolutely no hate to people who do cosplay. I've seen people who put so much work and passion into this. It's amazing. Keep that up. Like, it's great. Yeah. But what is it about cosplay, to me, maybe to you too, that even the best cosplay, it's always a bit cringy?
Well, okay, for me,
it's always just cringe. I don't know why.
The thing is, like I go to a lot of Dota tournaments, and if they're in Germany and every big Dota tournament has a cosplay contest, and just watching the costumes, like if I just see the costumes, I'm amazed. But a second after that, I think about the person behind it, and like I'm very sorry, but all cosplayers I know of.
It's cringe. I don't know why. I feel so sorry for this, but this is.
Why does it have to be this way? Is it maybe it's just bad luck?
It's probably no. I think it's actually us being retarded. Why would we not? I mean, these are people who can. Some people, they do their own costumes. It's amazing.
Yes.
And some they go above.
But I know some of them in real, like without.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you met some of them are retards, but this obviously can't be scientifically backed up.
It's anecdotal evidence. But it's sadly for me that's all the evidence I have. So this is maybe the creeping cringe that sneaks in when I see the costume. Man, this costume is amazing, and then I think, oh, is this not maybe a attention-seeking girl with daddy issues? Why? And then also if they're overly sexualized, which they often are.
I don't have a problem. Do you have a problem with that?
I don't have a problem, but I immediately think like, oh, are you targeting the bathwater crowd or
the bathwater crowd?
I mean, you know what I mean. It has something that we in Germany call Geschmäckle. Yeah,
Geschmäckle?
Yeah.
The fuck is that shit?
From the area around Stuttgart, that people say if something is like cool, but it has like a small unpleasant aftertaste. It's called the Geschmäckle.
Okay.
And
I agree. I really, all cosplayers who are watching this, absolutely no hate.
Yeah.
Like in terms of rational arguments, no hate. Keep that up.
It's really it's probably just us.
It's us being idiots. I don't know what it is about when I see cosplayers that I'm just like, oof.
Because a big part of me also thinks they're absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I love to see them. Yeah. It's just it's.
But also, I don't know if you could even pay me to walk around in that heat with these costumes. Why do you put yourself through that? That cannot be fun.
If you're an attention seeking or with that issue.
No, I mean, I get it. You want to maybe some of these costumes, like some people have worked on these for months. I've seen some costumes there with like leather and metal and it's like, holy crap, Harino! Like this is amazing. Yeah. But is this worth it? Is it worth it walking around in that in 30? Like it's 31 degrees outside. In this thing, it's 40. Why? but at the same time, maybe they just walk around in that for 10 minutes and then take a break. I mean, you just see them in that moment. Yeah.
Well, many cosplayers have Instas, and it's also advertising for them, right?
For sure.
They're as their product. Yeah. So,
by the way, what's that one guy called from the Darksiders franchise?
War
with the mask, with the skeleton mask.
Death.
Which one is it?
Wait, with the skeleton
It's not the one
mask?
that you played in the Darksiders 3. It's not. I think it's the one who you played in Darksiders 2.
That's Death.
That's Death. There was a guy, and this guy was at least 2 meters tall, and he wore a Darksiders costume.
Jesus.
But he was paid he was working there, and I was walking around, and I didn't see him. I was walking. I turned left, and I thought this is one of the big statues.
Yeah.
And he turned to me, and I was screaming. I was like, ah! And I like pulled Sophia's arm like this, and that guy was like, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, so sorry.
Your time has come, Dante.
That guy scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck.
Did you drop on your knees and were like, forgive me?
Yeah. So these were the things I definitely wanted to talk about today, for sure. Like our thoughts for today. Yeah. Let's go through some Patreon questions that haven't been answered.
Yeah. Sorry for all the Patreon questions we don't answer this time. Rest assured, you are within our hearts.
Yes. Tyrone asks, the question about how effective do you think physical punishment practice in Shaolin Temple is at correcting mistakes and bad habits?
Very good.
So how do we answer this in a condensed way? Because this is a great question that I really get all the time.
So I would say there's the first thing you have to do is make a distinction between physical learning and cognitive learning, because mathematics is learned differently than doing splits. Yeah, of course. And in Shaolin, they don't teach mathematics, so they know what the best methods are to learning for physical learning.
Yeah, not. I wouldn't say even the best. I would just say the fastest.
Yeah, let's say the fastest.
The fastest. Yeah. I'm not saying that they never cause any sort of trauma, because they probably do.
With you.
I'm saying it's the... Yes. They're the fastest possible methods. Yeah. That's what they are. When I went to Shaolin, just very condensed, when I went to Shaolin, I was very German. So that means I was opposed to any sort of physical violence in any context whatsoever. Then I went there and I saw I would almost call it abuse that's going on there, the violent abuse. And then I was like, oh, that's so wrong. And then I saw foreigners coming to the temple and showing off their progress. And I saw Chinese people who do the same thing. And I was like, this Chinese kid learned this in a week. Because the relationship, what people in the West, they talk about a master-student relationship. This is a relationship of respect and deep understanding. No. Well, in China, in Shaolin, this is a relationship of fear.
And only fear.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say only fear. After class, sometimes they having fun together. Yeah. But during class, this is a fear relationship. Only if you're completely afraid of pain, because that's a language everybody understands. Yeah. If you're afraid of getting smacked, if you're afraid of a smack, you're gonna do the movement right, and you're gonna be focused. And in the West, you have to waste 10 minutes explaining the student how to do it, and then China's like, you're going to feel the pain, and then you're going to do it right until you don't feel the pain anymore, because then you do it right.
Yeah. The only way for the pain to stop is if you do it right.
The pain will stop once you do it right. Yeah. And your brain will work overtime trying to get it right, to avoid the pain.
That's like one of the things that maybe many here in the West like don't want to, how do you say, don't nicht wahrhaben wollen?
Don't
want to believe,
or
don't
recognize or acknowledge.
Yeah. That is like, there are mental blocks that inhibit you from doing certain physical exercises. It's not a physical block.
No.
It's a mental block. And pain, as wrong as it sounds, is quite effective at overcoming these.
Yeah, great that you say this, because this is something also that I learned there, is that your mind is a lot weaker than your body. Your mind, for example, when you run up a mountain, your mind is done way before your body's done.
Your mind keeps saying, like, come on, it's not worth it. Come,
your body keeps trying to, your mind keeps telling you stop. But your body is actually, it can be pushed a lot further. And pain is a great inhibitor to be like, you cannot stop.
Yeah.
If you stop, the pain is going to increase.
Yeah.
So I don't advocate for it. I don't think it's also the thing is, I don't think it's necessary in the West to have this, because the thing in the Shaolin, they don't go to school there. The reason why violence is used is because this is everything they have. They have to be good.
The best at Shaolin.
Yeah, they don't go to school. They don't have social security. They don't have welfare. They don't have a government or a state, a safety net. They have to be good at this. This is all they have. And a master beating the shit out of you in a temple, as if you're the orphan, is looking after your future. As horrible as that sounds. Because as a child, even at Shaolin, you don't want to train sometimes. Or a lot of times, you're not in the mood for it. You need the master to beat it out of you, to beat it into you. Yeah. Because only if you're going to be the best are you going to have a chance to open your school and have a life.
Yeah.
And in the West, why is this necessary?
Yeah.
And it's not even that's a bad thing. It's not necessary, so don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like, of course, like it's not necessary. That doesn't mean like if you want to reach the level that they have, it is necessary. Like it's not necessary if you just want to do it recreationally.
Yeah. So I hope that kind of explains it.
Yep.
Mac Attack. Mac Attack asked something about time travel. I think we talked about this in the last podcast. About how we would actually enjoy time travel, or what would be nice time travel.
Yeah, is it a physical question? Or
do you think time travel is a thing? Yes or no? And how do you think it works? What is your theory on how time travel works?
Okay,
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about it. Just really quick, yes or no? No, and maybe in the future.
Yes.
Very far.
Jose Diaz says, "Hello, my two favorite YouTube personalities. My spicy question is, which languages have been the hardest for you to learn?" Oh yeah, for me, hardest to learn French. We both, right?
Yes. Yeah. From the ones we know, French 100%.
We had that language for 12 years, both of us, and it's like
Français est très difficile.
Oh, c'est incroyable. How does that go? C'est pas la rue, mais l'être humain qui m'attriste. Comment leur faire confiance? Ils ont tué le Christ. Booba.
Oh là là.
Tu préfères le raconter, moi je préfère le vivre. Yeah. Like both of us, I think our pronunciation is great. Our understanding.
Yeah,
we understand it very well, like everything basically. But it's just the grammar and the vocabulary is big.
And the speaking is. And I don't know if you get the same feeling, but whenever I'm in France or have to speak French, I always feel so unsure, even if I know it.
I know, me too.
Because I know that my pronunciation, they have so many small like things that are not really teachable.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
And there's the verlan also.
Yeah, it's
And also the French, they look down on you so much if you make a
mistake.
Yeah,
that's also...
that makes you twice as nervous. Hey, bonjour, monsieur, j'ai un question. Oh, no, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
If they hear like your not French, un-French accent, they're immediately like... Oh la la, les étrangers.
I have to tell a story. Oh fuck, that was the biggest, most embarrassing thing that has happened to me. I was at Mallorca. I was in Mallorca in Spain on vacation, and then my wife and I are walking past the pool, and then a couple that's like 50 or 60 years old, they come towards us, and the man is like, gives me his cell phone. It's like, can you take a picture with us, please? Obviously French guy, and I was like, je parle aussi un petit peu de français. Like I speak also a bit of French.
Big mistake.
Of French, and then the guy was like, oh, parfait. Like, and then he said something in French, and it was all great. I took pictures, and then everything was fine. And then as I gave him back the camera, this is bad.
De nada.
No, it is even worse. Okay,
oh, Jesus.
The guy said like, oh, merci beaucoup, bonne soirée or something, and then I wanted to say thanks for you too, and then I said. Oh God. And so here's what I said. I said, à vous too. You know this moment, like the moment you say it, you turn your head away, it's like, à vous too, and then you're like, what the fuck did I just say? I want to say for you too, right? So it's like à vous aussi or something like that. Yeah. I should have just said bonne soirée, like the same thing. Why did I say à vous too? And then I just walked away so quickly. I was like,
my God.
what the fuck?
And you know what he thought, right?
He was like, oh, fils de pute. That was probably...
Français n'est pas tellement difficile.
That was probably the most embarrassing moment in this entire vacation. À vous too. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Next one. Spencer asks, how do you feel about the toxicity of the Rick and Morty fan base? Take it away.
Okay, so as we just said,
dude, this is going to be a rapid fire podcast.
Once a community reaches a certain size, it does not fucking matter what it is. Toxic fans exist. Like they just spawn. Yeah. And I personally don't feel Rick and Morty has a more toxic fan base than anyone else. I get it that this you actually don't get it. Like I watch Rick and Morty. Yeah. It does come off as very obnoxious and assholey.
But I feel,
come on, like,
I feel like the internet they did them dirty. Like they were like Rick and Morty. I felt sorry for the creators
because Rick and Morty is so awesome.
Because the thing is, Rick and Morty is fucking awesome. Yeah. And I feel like now it's not allowed to say it on the internet anymore without being made fun of, to be like, oh, what, you're a big brain, whatever. Like, can we all agree that Rick and Morty is great?
Yeah.
Just because a couple of freaking 12-year-olds wrote articles about the actual meaning, blah, blah, blah. It's like, so what? Yeah. It's a great show.
Like, even if, let them have their actual meaning.
Yeah, and also let them be the smart ones.
Yeah. So
okay.
what? So what?
Yeah, just, I don't know. I feel like Rick and Morty kind of got fucked in the ass.
No, please.
I don't know. I hate this sort of thing that you're not allowed to quote Rick and Morty because then it's cringe.
What's the creator called? Garland?
Who?
The creator of Rick and Morty?
I don't know the
Garland?
names. Rick, no. Justin Roiland.
Roiland, yeah.
And another guy.
Don't listen to them. Yeah. Please, create more Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
The best.
And also the new season's coming this year, so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Fagot asks, do you generally enjoy editing your videos or do you just like seeing the results of your work? Both. Actually, the part that I enjoy the least, or not that I enjoy the least, but that takes me the most, wie sagt man, Überwindung?
Convincing or
the part that takes me the most mental, that drains me the most is the filming. Even though it takes just 1 hour, Sophia has to hype me up.
Yeah.
I have to like slap my face, put cold water in my face, like, oh. Because then once the whole thing is shot and it's in the camera, I'm like, now I can just edit it.
It can't be taken away from
it can't be taken away. I can save everything in the editing process. Yeah. And on the editing, the thing is, when I laugh, this is my measurement. When I laugh while I edit, I know the video is good. And then I don't even care if people don't like it. Like, the thing is, that's the only standard or sort of measurement that I can go off, right? Yeah. I don't have an audience here in my room that can tell me if this is funny. I do what I find funny. And if
Ask Sophia.
And if I laugh, then I already know it's good. Then if everybody comments, yo, this is your worst video, then I don't care. I laughed when I did it.
They don't get it.
Yeah, then it's like you don't get it. You are low IQ.
You have not watched Rick and Morty.
Low IQ. So I love the editing and I also love to see the results.
Awesome.
Kronk the Mighty asks, are you looking forward to the next Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls 6, and what are your expectations for it?
So, rapid fire it. No.
This is so far away. Yeah, like I said, this is so far away. This is not coming out before 2024 or 5. I think let's express this mathematically.
Oh, I'm interested.
Todd Howard. Todd Howard multiplied by. No, it doesn't work. Fuck. God damn it! It would have been so beautiful.
Don't do mathematics in front of a camera, man.
maybe you can express it mathematically. The more Todd Howard is going to be involved in this project on a direct game design level, the better this is going to be.
So the quality of the game is going to be directly proportional to the involvement of Todd Howard.
Amount of Todd Howard involvement multiplied by negative quality of the game equals constant.
I guess.
Holy shit, mind blown!
Yeah. That's good. Because
God.
If Todd Howard's involvement increases, and then the
quality is going to be worse.
The negative quality is going to decrease, right?
if Dude, you're the mathematician.
Yeah.
Here.
So
but this is correct.
So yeah, the more Todd Howard is in, the less bad the game is gonna be, and therefore it's gonna be a constant.
Okay, guys, listen to this. Amount of time Todd Howard spends on the game multiplied by rating of the game times -1.
Okay, yeah.
Equals constant.
Okay. Yeah. Or 100% minus the rating of the
Holy
game.
shit, that was epic. Oh, that was next level.
Why would you bring mathematics?
Then again, Cassie's huge fucking question. I cannot read your freaking whole essay here, okay?
Yeah, I remember the entire essay was like why I am so awesome. So thank you.
Thank you, Cassie. Next time, make it. How did Caesar say? Make it spicy. Make it
snappy. Yeah.
By the way, I have to write Caesar. He has to come on the podcast next month.
Caesar is the best.
Caesar is so awesome. Yeah. Caesar, if you're watching, man, we love you so much. Yeah. Everybody in the Discord loves you. You're so epic.
What you did in your, I don't know, how long did you say here? 1 day?
She said 1 day.
Yeah. It cannot be described. Like it's
you open our minds to so many things.
So much. It was an entire world that suddenly was there. And
such a cool person. Holy shit.
So you're the best.
Yeah,
seriously. Just for doing this, we're two nobodies.
One of the coolest people I've met ever. Just how you some people you just connect immediately. And I don't know, man. Caesar is just
whatever you're working on, I'm holding on my thumbs for you.
Oh, god damn it. I feel sorry, but if Caesar one day works on a game that I'm gonna shit on. God damn it.
Well, I mean, he did work on Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I know. Origins,
yeah.
But I gave that game a good rating, so.
Yeah.
No, but Caesar is just he put a face on the industry for me. And I'm like, yo, these developers are just awesome people, man. They love it. They love this whole, they love the industry just as much as we do. Yeah. Or not just as much, they're just they're in it like us. Yeah. So the Spike Man. Love your stuff, Anton, and you're the best. And Andi, you're the best too. My question is, what is the most what is the most European-friendly country I can flee from my dad? But in all seriousness, what's the best option in your opinion from leaving Malta and to go somewhere else for living? Lots of love from Tyler. Yo, Tyler.
Yeah.
Just a little catch up for everybody who doesn't know. Tyler is in a bit of a effed up situation at home. He has to do his dad's homework.
How is this even possible?
Yeah, right? When he told us the story, we were like, you must be kidding. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Are you serious? And the thing is, I can't tell you. I mean, you go to a country where you speak the language of, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, he's lucky in the sense that he's already in Europe. What's his name? Tyler would be non-EU. I would say, oof, that's a long process. But he's EU, right? So...
But the thing is, I would actually say go UK, and that's not EU. Oops. That's not EU. So go to a country where you speak the language of. I think that's the best. Yeah. But yeah, Malta, I mean, that's probably beautiful to settle down, but what is there?
Small island.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I could live there. Yeah. For vacation,
I have never been there. Yeah. I don't know.
But also Maltese, the language is super epic. It's like a mix of. It sounds
French
like Arabic. It sounds like he said they have words in common with Arabic,
which is absurd. It's in the center of the Mediterranean, and
I feel like it's such a niche language or such a niche culture.
Yeah. Of course, I mean they're a small island, and no one.
Maltese, bro. Okay,
I don't even know if you have euros in Malta.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, I think so. I hope I didn't just fuck this up. Okay, whatever. This Lemon Beater. Oh, 我的中国的朋友.
Lemon Beater, our friend from China who's...
That guy, by the way, last time we talked on the podcast, I still didn't know what he looked like. Well, he joined our beautiful video chat in Discord. Oh. And that guy looks...
Chinese, probably.
No? He looks like Hideo Kojima. So we changed his name to Kojima-san.
Kojima-san.
He looks so much like Kojima, it's ridiculous.
Monsters? What?
What? Monsters? So, Kojima... hello, it's me, your friendly fellow chink. A question for both Anton and Andi. What's the most frustrating thing you guys ever experienced in China? This is such a great question. You go first.
Okay. So for me, the easy, direct answer is the fact that I open my phone in China and none of my apps work. They're all blocked. It fucking pisses me off.
That is fucked up.
It's also a little bit... it leaves a sour taste in my mouth because I realize how dependent I am on them. Yeah. But also, come on, everything is fucking blocked. Yeah. WhatsApp, Reddit, Facebook, no one uses
Is Reddit
Facebook.
blocked?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. But the thing is, we're just there for vacation usually now, so then you can take it kind of.
Yeah, we have kind of stuff to do there, right? It's not like we have our switches, so we can talk Switch.
And also, have you noticed, or have you guys noticed that there are a shit ton of channels being sponsored by NordVPN?
Yeah.
NordVPN is everywhere. And the thing is, I actually use NordVPN. It's not a sponsorship, no sponsorship. But I use them and they suck in China. They fucking suck. So when you channels, or at least the last time I was there, that was 1.5 years ago or 2 years. No, when we went for 2 days.
That was this year.
Yeah,
half a year ago.
Yeah, NordVPN was at that point it was dog shit in China, dog shit. So,
ouch.
Yeah. The firewall is getting better and better. I mean, it's horrible. But for me, Lemon Beater, I'm gonna give you some real talk now. For me, the most frustrating thing in China was that I found it very hard to make friends with people. During my 3 years in Shaolin, I would say I had 3 close friends. And even those 3 guys that I was friends with, it wasn't on the same level that I had friends here. It is very difficult. I don't know why. It is very difficult to really connect on a deeper level with a Chinese person, because we talked about this. It's this whole Chinese people, they see friendship differently. Yeah. A lot of times they see this as this really sort of guanxi thing, like
it's mathematical.
We become friends. How can I help? How can you help me? How can I help you? Yeah. It's not friendship. It's not connection on an emotional level, sort of how we see it in the West. Like, friends are just friends. You hang out together. You have fun. You chill. Of course, you help each other. But in China, I always had the feeling when people invited me to drink tea, they want something from me, or they want to be in a good standing.
Yeah, exactly. They want to like make you owe them a favor.
Yeah,
right?
Either they want you to owe them something, or they want to be in good standing with you. Yeah. They want to somehow benefit from your connections. They want to be in that social circle. So I found it very hard to actually connect on a real level in China. Like I said, I with 3 people, I think I got through to 3 people and we were friends. But this is something that is very frustrating to me and very difficult.
Do you think that actually also has kind of to do with the language barrier?
I don't think so.
I mean, our Chinese is pretty good, but it's like we can't read. Yeah.
No, toward that's gonna be a soundbite, by the way.
We can't read.
That was towards the end. I don't think so, man. Because the thing was, I never, during my 3 years there, Chinese people don't cry. They don't show emotions a lot of times. But when I said goodbye to Zhihao, my closest friend, you met him, that was the most emotional thing I've ever experienced in China, because I remember I was, after 3 years, and the thing is, he came to the temple and he was also all alone. He didn't know anybody, and then he was put together in a group with me. And I was the first guy to really be there with him, and kind of like his big brother in a way.
You were beaten together.
Yes,
that kind of forms bonds, right?
And so when I left, and I was there almost the whole time he was there, and then when I left, that was very hard for him. And I remember we were in the city, and he was getting out of the taxi into a supermarket. We hugged, we said goodbye, and then, he like, you know when you don't want to cry, you swallow. Like,
yeah.
And really pale, and then he walked into the store and didn't even turn around, and I fucking knew he cried on the way to the store. Because he always looked away, and he didn't want to look at me, and then I fucking cried in the cab to the temple so hard, because that was difficult, yeah. And Sophia was there too, and Sophia also cried like crazy. Yeah.
Did Sophia also, like, do you think she also connected with?
That's even more impossible. As a girl,
exactly.
As a foreigner girl, become friends with Chinese people that are even extra traditional because they're in the temple, almost impossible. But even for her, I would say same 3 people who treated her with a lot of respect and like a very good friendship sort of level. Yeah. But I find that very tough in China. And also with you, Lemon Beater, I mean, I love talking to you online because I want to have a Chinese friend. This is very special to me.
But by the way, from which city is he from?
Shanghai. Beijing.
Hey!
He lives in fucking He lives in Wangfujing, dude.
What's that?
I already told him, when you go to China, fucking meet up, dude.
God damn it.
But he has a child and a wife.
Which is bad, or?
Yeah, just freaking tell them, dude. Get your priorities straight.
Can't meet up then.
Greetings from Thailand. My first time asking my question is, what do you think about E3 2019? Which conferences are your favorite? Yeah, dude.
E3 2019.
E3 this year was... What a fucking...
I want to remember it as the E3 where consoles were buried.
Do you remember our E3 recap 2018?
Yes, that was so hype.
We didn't even get through all the games, and we talked for 1 hour. That was
so cool.
So much stuff. Yeah. And this year was pure and utter dog shit. crazy that the best conference for me was Nintendo, who showed Resident Evil 5 for Switch. It's like, how low is the bar?
How low is the bar if an old game, like if the best thing that's shown is nothing new,
isn't fucking remaster?
Boy.
And I love Resident Evil 5, so I was happy for that. But the whole thing was just a disaster. But like I said, I study marketing, and I'm telling you guys, 2020 is going to be a massive year for pop culture. A massive year. So many things are going to get announced. You guys now think, oh, what do you mean? It's just another year? No. I study marketing. 2020 is going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be crazy.
I don't even want to know how many products are getting renamed into something 20.
20 or like a new beginning or the
XX.
Yeah. XX.
Yeah.
Believe me, 2020 is going to be massive. It's going to be great.
Oh no, wait. XX is also it's only 20. But it's 2020.
Yeah, but XX still. But XXXX. you know, 2000 in Roman letters is MM.
Yeah.
MMXX.
Ooh, that's also pretty cool.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's going to be good and bad. I think some games that are actually almost done are getting postponed now to 2020, and they're just going to get more polish. And some games that are actually should be released 2021 are going to get released sooner.
Because are we hoping on Elder Scrolls 6 2020?
Early access.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 76.
One building.
Oh, that's going to be epic. So 2020, I think, is going to be an absolutely crazy year with so much stuff happening. Crazy, awesome stuff, crazy, horrible stuff.
Let's hope you're right.
Yeah, Killer L, I think that's Tom, is the lobby boy. When will you open your Ranton Minecraft server to the public? Fucking never.
Yeah,
I disavow this immediately. I don't play Minecraft. I don't want this here. Stop it. No.
Yeah.
Out. Fucking Bogdan from the Discord built a huge communist sign on the Minecraft server.
I served the Soviet Union.
I
gotta say, it's impressive what the Minecraft community has done, but neither Anton nor I have any interest in it.
Yes.
Like Minecraft, givek.
But by the way, the science segment today, is it going to be laser again?
Should I just do the same? Or?
Yeah, or do you have some interesting paradox again?
Not.
I mean, the laser is pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe, but I don't have it prepared, so
I think
probably not.
The paradoxes, I think, what hook people the most.
Yeah.
But this time we're going to talk about Andi's laser that he's working on.
Yeah, as you may or may not know, I'm currently working on my master thesis, and I work with pretty powerful lasers every day. And
if you put this in perspective with other lasers around the world, it's pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about this later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, later.
Just a small
okay. T-Bus asks, do you guys feel like you're getting more cynical? Oh, yeah. More cynical as you're getting older. I simply have no tolerance for playing games and or watching movies that do not tingle my balls after 15 minutes of playing. I recently bought Space Hulk Deathwing to play with 3 friends, and I got sick of it after 1 mission. Now I do not want to play it anymore, though my money has been spent. Ranton, for you, this lower tolerance must be even stronger now that you are a reviewer. Oh, and you are welcome for the cutting rope analogy I made in the comments of the last podcast. That blew your mind. Yes, I remember that one. By the way, watch the science segment of the last podcast.
Awesome.
Mind blown. Cynical?
So yeah, the one thing I didn't 100% understand in this question is what do you mean with cynical? Like the stuff you're describing is just impatience, or if a game doesn't hook you after 10 minutes and you then subsequently just toss it away, it doesn't make you cynical, it makes you just impatient.
Yeah.
And I personally gotta say that this effect didn't happen with me at all. Like I don't remember that I give games less of a chance to win me over than I did many years ago.
But you're also more of a careful gamer. You just don't buy shit randomly. You look at something, you're like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yes.
And then you play this thing hardcore.
Yeah, you could say that. Like you could say that I'm more of a impatient buyer. Like if the game doesn't hook me or doesn't want me to buy it in a very short amount of time, I toss it away. You could say that.
What do you mean it doesn't want you to buy?
Like, for example, if I see a gameplay video, and I like after 10 seconds I see, oh, this is not a game that would interest me, I don't watch the whole gameplay trailer to the end. I just say, okay, no, this game doesn't interest me. But
you are a careful buyer.
Yeah.
You don't buy games like, oh, this looks I'm just gonna buy this for fun. Like, you look into something, oh, is the story interesting, is the setting interesting, then you buy it.
Yeah. And since I'm a more like story focused player, usually since the gameplay doesn't matter that much to me, I just play games through to the end because I want to know what's up, right?
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, I forced myself through quite a lot of games that I didn't enjoy playing, but
What was the last
enjoyed.
one? What was the last one you forced yourself through?
The last one I think.
Devil May Cry?
Yeah, a little.
Hmm.
Or The Evil Within, the second part.
Oh.
I didn't like that gameplay wise that much.
Me neither.
But
even the story was...
Yeah, I wanted the story to turn good, but at the end it turned out it's also not that great.
They messed that one up. Yeah.
So
I don't remember. Yeah. For me, I also don't think I've become cynical.
No.
Like, yeah. You become cynical with age, obviously, because you've seen more.
You've seen shit, right? Yeah.
I've seen shit. But I don't think I've become cynical with games. Quite the opposite. Now, when I review, even though I'm a reviewer, even though I do videos on games, I don't know if I should call myself a reviewer, because I have absolutely no Anspruch, no ambition to be objective or to know the game inside out.
Yeah.
I just want to play a game, finish it from beginning to end, talk about how I feel about this game, what I love about it, why I hate about it, and do some goofy shit in the video. Yeah. For example, what I always say is, I try to talk about, like in my videos, I try to talk about games the way I would talk about them with my friends when you're trying to talk shit about a game. That's how I talk about games on my videos. It's just, but I am professional enough that I give every game a chance. Yeah, like I said before, I used to be never a story gamer. I would always skip cutscenes, but ever since I have the channel...
You monster.
Yeah. But nowadays, I do watch stories from beginning to end.
Because you kind of want to do a good job with the reviewer, right?
I do have you need a certain amount of integrity, right? Yeah. But that's also why I don't think I could ever review something like Pillars of Eternity, for example.
Is that the historic game?
No. You never played this? This would be this typical sort of Andi game that you would have played back then. Okay. I feel like now it would even destroy your life. Okay. It's like these sort of top-down games, top-down RPG, with like so much text, only text. Yeah. Not only text, but so much text always. Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah, and it plays during medieval times, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a literature, like it's a book. Pillars of Eternity is
possible.
Is
it has already
series.
2 parts. There's 1 and 2.
Yeah. It even has board games.
Yeah.
And it's very text driven. No, that's nothing for me.
That's not for you?
Yeah, well, it's historic, dude.
There is magic in it.
What?
Are you talking about the right... Pillars of Eternity, my dude. Pillars? Wait, let me check. There's definitely magic in Pillars of Eternity.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the wrong thing. Pillars of the World is what I'm talking.
Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity. Look at it. Look through some
Look
pictures.
at it.
Take it.
Look upon
Take my phone. Look through some pictures.
It's ARPG.
It's like top down. You have these heroes, and this is something that I would never review because I know I couldn't do this justice. Like I cannot be bothered to read through all this crap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, that's one of the things that also kind of throws me off is reading a lot.
Really? But you like that shit. You like reading.
But personally, for me, I think the Aufwand, the expenses or
effort,
the effort it takes to have someone read the stuff to you is vastly smaller than the gain from it. Yeah. Like, imagine if BioShock, first BioShock. Imagine if all of the audio logs were written and you had to read them. The atmosphere would be non-existent.
Well, not a lot worse.
Yeah,
true.
And the way they read this, of course, they spent a lot on very talented voice actors, but still having it being read to you, it makes it so much better.
I gotta say, the audio logs are one of the best parts of the whole game. When you hear the doctors losing their minds and stuff, it's
like usually in games you have like these all cutscenes game movies.
Yeah.
In BioShock, you don't need that. You need all audio logs.
Yeah. Damn, son. Zoom. Serious question. As a fellow German... Serious question. As a fellow German with a Russian migrant background, how did you experience racism in Germany, or was there none? Thanks, love, Zoom. We talked about this last time. The last time we filmed the podcast. So here's the bottom line for... I think we had actually very similar answers to this.
Yeah.
I or both of us never experienced racism to a degree that made us feel unwelcome here.
Yeah.
When I think back now, I do remember people making fun of that I'm Chinese or like, oh, ching chong, kung fu. I don't remember that bothering me that much.
Yeah.
maybe it did. The thing is, you don't remember everything. I don't remember it bothering me much. And I remember it being kind of cool because people always assumed I know martial arts.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing, right? That's a cool thing. And people call me Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan.
that as well. It happened for me as well. Like if they compare it to some famous Chinese person, like why would that ever make me feel bad?
But again, we're not saying that racism doesn't exist. It definitely does. I've met racist people before. It's horrible. But when we grown up, I think it was very much okay.
Yeah. Like we grew up in a very multicultural environment, and we knew that if someone made racist fun of them, you can return the favor, right? Yeah. And so no one was
return the favor.
No one was really like, none of our friends were offended by any of that. Of course, like I remember vividly, like a few years back, I had this epiphany where I first realized, like, actually, some of the things I experienced as a kid were racist. But I never thought about them in that way.
Yeah.
And like now we're a little bit older, know a little bit more. Racism is a lot more in the international debate. Looking back at it, maybe it wasn't okay, but it also didn't like traumatize or hurt me in any way.
But also to that extent, we're also maybe lucky because
of course, obviously,
And we grew up very internationally. We went to an international school, and so my entire class was full of people from all around Europe and the world. And I don't know, that's where I got my humor from, or where we got our humor from, is that international schools are not less racist. They are the most racist, but like in a fun way, right? So they're actually not racist at all. That's the thing. They're not racist, but you constantly make fun of each other for where you come from. That's how it works there. You know, the Arab person is being made fun of by the Greek for being a terrorist. The Polish person is being made fun of for stealing everything. The Italian is being made fun of for the spaghetti. The Chinese person like me has a small dick and can't drive.
And it's Jackie Chan.
And it's Jackie Chan and Kung Fu. The Germans are all Nazis anyways. That's how it works in international school, and it's the best sense of humor. That's how I got it. You know, that's how it works. But you said you are a Russian migrant background, so a lot of Russians in Germany, a lot of people with Russian migrant background.
Many, yeah.
So I mean, you have your individual experience, so I don't know how you feel, but I don't think a person with Russian migrant background would experience that much racism here. Yeah. But that's our stories, at least.
I personally think that if someone would be racist towards Russians, he would be even more racist to everyone else. So you would have quite the Nazi on your hands.
Yeah, that's the worst of the worst.
Yeah. So... yeah, the Russian sub-community here in Germany is very big.
Yeah, very big.
There's a town...
Baden-Baden.
Yeah, Baden-Baden. Very beautiful town. Who has like the signs on many... the road signs and also many stores have Russian... like.
And it's such an awesome town. They have like hot springs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
A little expensive, but...
yeah, Russians. They got money. So I hope that answers that question.
That's racist. Got it.
What's up, Fagatinis? Asks Huxian. If you could go back in time and meet someone. Oh, yeah. If you could go back in time and meet someone, who would we meet? The question is more for Andi, but I have a feeling Anton will pick Hitler.
Oh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. I love your channel. I want to give you a rating, solid 7 out of 10. Yes, got it.
Great.
Good meme. Yeah. Man, meeting Hitler would be actually quite interesting.
Yeah. But so I know it was a joke, and also, like, we're saying it not 100% seriously, but from a like pure knowledge perspective, I would like to meet any of these huge dictators or mass murderers just to listen to what they have to say.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's 100% bullshit, like, hearing it from them.
Just seeing them live.
Yeah,
being
like, that would be sure. There's quite the appeal.
I think I would love to meet I don't know why, but George Washington,
the founding father.
Yes, I don't know why that fascinates me. Yeah? Like that era, and kind of tell them, you know, what America looks like today, and did they imagine they would grow so big and everything, like just everything to compare them how it was back then, just like
show them a picture of Donald Trump. This is your president at the moment.
Just be like, look, here you have now you're British colonies, and this is gonna be you in 250 years. Yeah. Like, I don't know, just in Washington, that's a fascinating thing. Who else? I would love to have met, I guess, a couple of people from the medieval times. Like, what is it, Marquis de Sade? No, that's a French revolutionary. Actually, French revolutionaries.
Yes.
Oh, like Napoleon or fucking
Robespierre.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Talk to these people on the day they were guillotined.
Yeah.
And ask them, like, bro, how is this whole thing going for you?
He's already there in the guillotine.
Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Laisse-moi tranquille.
Yeah. That's fascinating stuff. Or like Thomas von Aquin, or just anyone from the Dark Ages. That'd be fascinating too.
For me, I would like to go to visit historic China and talk to the emperor. We had a discussion
Qin Shi
once.
Huangdi.
Yes, we had a discussion once if it would be cool or suck to be an emperor.
Yeah.
And I was firmly in the it would be the best thing in the world.
I think
camp.
it sucks so much.
And you know,
you can't trust anybody.
I would just like to be there.
Yeah, but me too. I mean, to talk to how was Chinese society before the change?
Like, imagine this: the concept of an emperor is like the closest thing we have to godlike power on earth.
Yeah.
And to have this concentrated on one person.
But the funny thing is it though? Because there was so much backstabbing going on there. They have so little control over what's happening in the provinces. It's really crazy time.
Yes.
Man, Qin Shi Huangdi is that's.
Imagine someone with the authority of an emperor today. Like how the world would be like in his grasp for him to crunch it.
Or like Cleopatra, or like Caesar.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Caesar last time?
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. That would be interesting, Caesar. Yeah. Damn.
Oh, I know another person. I would like to go back 10 years and talk to myself, tell me to stop being such a cringy kid.
No, but we all would do that.
Yeah.
The thing is, every single one of us was cringy back then. Yeah. That's part of life,
You
man.
didn't live if you weren't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to be cringe. Bundy asks, "Hey, Ranton and Andini, just a small one, but how do you feel about the new Call of Duty? Haven't played a COD game seriously since the original Modern Warfare, and I gotta say I'm kind of excited for this new one." Yes, quick question, quick answer. I haven't been hyped for a Call of Duty game in at least 5 years, and I'm super hyped for this one. Gonna review it hardcore.
For me, the thing about Call of Duty was always the single player campaign. I love them. Like they had the right amount of fiction in them
and over the top craziness.
Yeah, the action and how it all tied together, awesome. They kind of lost their groove. Then I think the 3 Modern Warfare games, the entire story was pretty cool. It's of course the first one was the best, I think.
Mm-hmm. Modern Warfare 2 was I think that was actually my favorite first-person campaign.
Yeah. Was it the one where you're at the end in the desert and you throw the knife? Oh my god!
That was the one with the cliffhanger mission. It starts on the mountains.
Yeah. Okay.
See you on the far side.
Yeah. The Modern Warfare trilogy was, I think, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they kind of lost their groove, and I don't care about any of the rest of Call of Duty.
This whole modern stuff, I hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's like none of these weapons even exist and mean anything. I don't know, dude. I got so sick of this whole. Like, Modern Warfare is okay because Modern Warfare just means like contemporary. Like, how is it right now? Yeah. But this future soldier,
that was it's
so chewed out
yeah, you're right. It doesn't mean anything. Like. Yeah.
For example, back in the other Call of Duty games that have like historic weapons, it's like for some reason historic weapons. You have a relationship with them. Like, for example, the Second World War weapons, like the Thompson or the MP40. These are legendary weapons. But if you have a science fiction game, either your weapons are crazy unique, like Doom, or you have just
a machine gun that's like shoots.
Yeah, and if you look at Black Ops 4, you have machine gun X236 and machine gun 4X71. Yeah. It's like that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that's why. I don't like that shit.
I'm excited for it too.
For Shoutout, for shout. Mr. J, hey you two. Let's go through the question. I'd like to do a martial arts sport revolved around kicking. Does something like that exist?
You can be Anton's Discord admin.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Krav Maga? I did some Krav Maga crash course once. I think that's the one that the Israeli military use. I don't know much about it. I guess if the military use it, it kind of speaks for itself. It's probably good then, I guess. I don't know that much about it. But martial arts sport revolved around kicking. The thing is, I don't know that much about other martial arts. I know Shaolin. I know what's going on in Shaolin. And there's plenty of kicking there. But I think Taekwondo is very focused on kicking. Yeah. So try Taekwondo or kickboxing. For sure. And I think
drumming is very leg focused.
Yes.
Metal drumming.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Did we get to the Patreon questions?
Yes.
Awesome.
And now we can also get to something else that I really want to talk about hardcore.
Yeah.
And that is
John Wick. Can we do it this time? Do we do it?
I don't know. I feel like I don't even want to talk about this anymore at all.
So we're cutting the movie segment. No Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wait, where are we at now? 1 hour 25. I want to talk about my review schedule.
Okay, let's do that first.
Yeah?
Yeah. And if we're then in the mood, then
Okay, so on summer, this has been one of the driest summers in gaming ever. I kind of enjoyed it. I took a bit of a break or vacation, but the day after tomorrow, it begins. And then it begins non-stop until December.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look like, I don't know, fucking SpongeBob. In
Yeah.
the day after tomorrow, 2 games are released. Have you heard of them? Control. It's the new Remedy game. Do you know Remedy? They did Alan Wake and Quantum Break.
Yes.
And it's their new game from them.
Control.
It's apparently like a
supernatural.
It's like you play this girl and it is a Metroidvania world where the laws of physics are like out of order and it looks pretty epic. Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. At the same day, Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey comes out. Have you heard of this?
It's like an addendum after addendum. Ancestors.
Yeah.
Double point.
Yeah.
The Humankind. Double point. What's left?
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Why didn't they just call it Ancestors or the Humankind Odyssey? I hate this shit.
Yeah.
But this is from the inventor of Assassin's Creed, the first one.
Oh, that's why he calls it Odyssey.
I guess. And this is a fascinating concept. It's a game where you play that plays around several, I think, million of years ago, where human beings where we were still monkeys, and you play as a monkey in the trees.
Oh wow!
And when you die, you just play another monkey from the same tribe, and the skill trees are like the evolution. And it looks actually pretty fucking awesome. Not awesome, it looks interesting.
Interesting.
That's why I'm so interested in this. I really want to play this.
And is it like A or AA or triple A or
a double A?
Double A, yeah.
Double A, 1A to double A.
Okay.
I mean, what's the definition of that?
Yeah.
But I guess it's double A. It costs $40 or $50 on Epic Store. Looks interesting. I will try to review them both. Can't say for sure. Then, this is gonna be funny. Have you heard of Outlast?
Yes, of course.
There has been a bit of a resurrection on my Discord. Not really, but a couple of people have told me this. Do you remember I did these Why There Won't Be an Outlast review videos?
Yeah.
Where I just played Outlast 1 and Outlast 2, just like scary reactions where I played them and I shit.
No, wait, you did an Outlast 2
review?
Yeah.
No, I just did a reaction video where I play them, and I get scared shitless.
Yeah.
And they're called like Why There Won't Be an Outlast review. Because I get scared so easily. I scream like a fucking bitch. And so I think I'm gonna do this for this. I won't have time to review it.
Outlast 3?
No, Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Okay.
This comes out on the 30th. It's called Blair Witch. And I'm not gonna bother reviewing it. It's just gonna be some walking simulator. But I might do a little Why There Won't Be a Blair Witch review.
Okay.
So
could do another live stream.
Oh fuck. Live stream, by the way, people ask me about live stream. I will live stream again, I think, next time when the next Hitman map comes out. Yeah.
Yep.
Live streaming is it's very draining for my mind. Did you see the last live stream? I almost got a heart attack. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, it will get better.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Then,
on you put Outlast in my mind. Like,
did you play that?
I couldn't.
The first one or second one?
Both. I played, guys. I played Amnesia. Yeah, all of them to the end without watching any gameplay videos beforehand where the enemies are, and I can't play Outlast.
Like, wait, you think it's that scary?
The moment I put on the night vision thing and I see 2 green points, I quit. I cannot do this.
I'm telling you honestly, you should play Outlast 1. Outlast 1 is a good walking simulator. Things Outlast 2 is, I think, genuinely a shit game. Because
because there's so many enemies.
It has some parts that are legit not fun.
Yeah.
Because you can't fight back, and the checkpoints are dog shit and just garbage.
God, in your Why There Won't Be an Outlast 2 review video, there was one jump scare in the school where you like at the door and you turn around and then something just
pops up.
Yeah, it has no reason.
It's cheating.
That's
yeah.
And that's the point where I'm like, okay, no, this is not a horror game I like.
But Outlast 1, that doesn't happen that much there. I would recommend that. It's like a 5-hour game. It's pretty short.
But the enemies look so fucking...
Okay, Outlast 1 is scary as fuck.
Like, even the themes they talk about. It's Amnesia level shit, but no, these 2 glowing points.
Yeah.
I know.
It's fucked. Then, on September 10th, we got 2 games coming out. Gears 5. Which honestly to this point somehow wasn't able to generate any hype, I feel like, and
well, I guess because the Gears franchise has been milked pretty hard, right?
Yeah. And the guy who invented it, the Cliff Bleszinski guy, this freaking legend. I mean,
with the chainsaw.
I think he sold it a long time ago. He
has nothing to do with it anymore.
So I think Gears is kind of it's not that big of a deal anymore.
Like, I'm kind of out of the loop with Gear. I know that in the 4th game you don't play as Marcus anymore, right?
Yeah, you don't. He's still in the game, but you don't play him. I reviewed that game.
You did?
Yeah.
Can you tell me just in one word if the story is has anything to do with the previous ones, or is it like completely new story?
I remember I found the story really freaking retarded because it essentially is a reboot. Like he's like, the locusts are back, but they're not really locusts. It's the same thing again. And Marcus is also there. Yeah, the thing is, Gears of War was groundbreaking back then, but maybe this franchise has sort of run its course.
Yeah, it didn't. For what it did back then, it was wow, and doing the same thing now, because it hasn't really changed. Like Gears 5 is still
and
more or less like Gears 1.
And the other issue is that I don't know if I get time to review it because 3 days afterwards, Borderlands 3 comes out, and that one I have to review. Yeah. And also another issue is, on the same day at Gears of War, a game comes out that's called Greedfall. Have you seen that, dude? Mm-hmm. You know YouTube ads on your phone, you always skip? Yeah. But this one I saw during the E3, suddenly I see this advertisement, see this ad, and it's like pirate, and like pirates are not so interested in that. Then it's like open world and like a skill system, and it's like a massive RPG from the people who did the Necromancer, the Technomancer. They did Technomancer, and it looks amazing. The skill tree is like almost like Path of Exile.
Okay.
It looks amazing, and there's gonna be. I'm hyped for this. Okay. I'm hyped for this, but I doubt I will get time to review it. But these 2 games are coming out on the 10th. Then the 13th, you have Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Game, by the way.
Which one?
Borderlands 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we cannot say that, of course, like this. But this whole thing, what they did to this one YouTuber. Yeah. With sending goons to his house, copy striking his videos, and now the guy quit.
Extorting him out of his living.
I don't want to say anything now, but I'm gonna look into this again and check in to what extent this guy was guilty of anything, and to check out again who sent these goons after him. Whoever did this, I'm gonna spit and roast you in this review so hard, and I'm gonna advocate for people not buying your game and finding other ways to procure it. Like, this is not how you handle shit. Yeah. It is such an easy thing. If this guy is the biggest Borderlands fan in the world, only does Borderlands content. This is a guy who follows you religiously. This is the kind of fan you want.
Yeah.
He's doing your job. You don't have to pay him even. Yeah. And even if he reports on leaks and shit you don't want to have, invite this guy. It's such an easy fix. Invite this guy to your office. Show him behind the scenes stuff. Shower him with love and show him these people work so hard on this stuff.
Please don't
report on this stuff. Instead, they send people to his home. They copy strike and try to shut down his channel. No, that's not how you do it. And if I'm gonna do another deep dive into this whole story, I'm not gonna, even if Borderlands 3 is gonna be great, I'm gonna shit on the company and advocate for people not buying it, because that's not how you do the stuff. The 17th, an indie game called Devil's Hunt is coming out. I just marked this down. I don't really know what this is. Devil's Hunt. Then, are you interested in Zelda's Link's Awakening?
Well, I wasn't that much until I bought Breath of the Wild a few weeks back. Why did I wait so long? Jesus. Breath of the Wild is one of the best Zelda games I've ever played. It's unreal. Like, wait, it's an open world with no clear way to go, and I like this game.
Wait, what?
How is this possible?
Are you playing it on Switch?
Yeah.
Since when the fuck do you play Breath of the Wild?
I bought it last week.
What?
And Anton, I have not enjoyed a Zelda game this much since Wind Waker.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
You know Wind Waker, right?
Yeah.
You had this boat, and you could travel on the world, yeah. And it had islands, and every island had like a secret to it. Mm-hmm. So the exploration really was like, you go there, there's a secret there. And I have the same feeling in Breath of the Wild.
That is unfucking believable, and a perfect, beautiful example of how different we are in terms of gaming. This is one of the games that I do not talk about because I fucking hated it so much.
What?
I think the game is not.
You played it, right?
Yeah. I played it. I went to every tower, climbed every tower, and I was like, what now? That game is so bottom garbage for me. I'm very sorry because everybody loves it. And by the way, the same goes for Mario Odyssey.
I haven't played that.
2 of the most highly acclaimed, critically acclaimed games, and I'm like, I don't even talk about them because apparently there's something I don't fucking get.
Okay.
Mario Galaxy was such next level, and Odyssey is like 10 steps back. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the Breath of the Wild was absolute.
What?
How do you like this game? I should like it. Because I like open worlds.
Yeah. And I don't like open
How
world.
do you like
I
this?
like
What do you like about it?
focused stories being told.
But what do you do in this game? What do you do?
Well, I think that the world is just so... I'm just so motivated to explore it because there's something everywhere.
Really? I felt like there was nothing
the reason why the reason why I usually don't like open world games like Assassin's Creed is because they have this Ubisoft checklist map, and then there's no exploring. You just go to the checkpoints, the markers, and I'm so glad that Zelda doesn't have this because I just want to go to.
That is good, by the way. Yeah, I like the world too, how it looks and everything. Yeah, for sure.
And the main reason I don't like open world games is because I have a feeling like besides from these checkpoints or checklist things, the world isn't really open because it's empty. It's useless. And I don't have this feeling with Zelda. And also, I mean, it's Hyrule and it's never been this beautiful.
You don't get annoyed by the weapons breaking after 5 hits? And not really finding a lot of loot like in Diablo?
Well, no, not really, no.
Dude, I played that and I just didn't get it. And then our cousin came over who loves that game so much, and then he's like, "Oh, you just have to do the first dungeon, then it'll like snap and it'll click and you'll like it." Then I didn't. I was like, "That's the game, really? That's it." I don't know. I don't know what it is about that game. Not for me.
Okay. But since I liked Breath of the Wild, I probably am also. I'm now interested in the new Zelda coming out, which is called.
It's not a new Zelda. It's a remake of the very old ones. It's called Zelda's Link's Awakening.
Yeah. I played that one on Game Boy, right?
I think it's a really a remake. So it's not even a reimagining.
That Zelda was awesome. It was the one with the huge egg on this highest mountain.
Maybe, yeah.
You remember?
Where you could kill the shop owner and then he transforms into a fucking
you
crazy.
could steal from the shop owner.
And then he becomes the ultimate.
And when you then enter again, he immediately kills you.
And wasn't there this crazy music there too?
Yeah, and he had like this hugely distorted evil face, and I was like, ah!
Oh my god. Oh yes, the next one that I have to review, The Surge 2, comes out on 24th.
I will play that.
You're gonna play
100%.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Then 27th, Code Vein, a sort of Japanese Souls-like. Again, not a guaranteed review, but I'll look into it. Then October 1st, Destiny 2 comes out for Steam. I never played Destiny. I'm gonna look into it. Who knows what I'll do. Then October 4th, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That's gonna be reviewed for sure because I really enjoyed Wildlands. Then, wait. Yes. Then on October 25th, we have Modern Warfare. And The Outer Worlds, both coming out on the same fucking day. I fucking hate it.
Wait, what is The Outer Worlds?
The Outer Worlds is the new game from the original inventors of Fallout. They did Fallout New Vegas, which a lot of people claim to be the better one. But I think Fallout 3 is a lot better, but it's different design approaches.
Okay.
But yeah,
so can I imagine just a Fallout in a different setting or
kind of? It's like a sort of sci-fi traveling from planet to planet, I think.
Okay.
Looks pretty cool. I don't know much about it. If I have to choose between Modern Warfare and Outer Worlds, I will do Modern Warfare. Yeah. Because I'm actually looking forward to that a lot. And now we're coming to November, which is going to be another... Okay. 8th of November. Death Stranding. The thing is, I don't even know if I would consider my current state of mind hyped.
Yeah, I want to keep the hype from entering.
Well, you are hyped.
Well, I know I'm hyped because it's Kojima.
Yeah.
But I also know that this is no reason to be hyped.
I think my hype is kind of just like, I just want to know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my hype. I'm not even saying it's going to be good. I might think the game sucks.
Yeah.
It's totally on the table. But I'm just saying, for example, with Cyberpunk, I know it's going to be fantastic. But the thing with this game is, it might suck. But I just really want to know what it is. What is this game? Yeah. So that's why I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. And EA,
it's the first game after the scrapped Silent Hill thing, right? You know this PT that then turned out to be like a playable teaser for Silent Hill, and that game got cancelled. And it was like Kojima's first non-Metal Gear big after he split from Konami.
I'm so happy for him that he can do his own thing now.
Like I hope.
I think this is really his dream project.
Death Stranding is gonna decide if he can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so. I mean, the hype is there.
Yeah.
He has to deliver on the gameplay, which he has in the past. So we'll see.
He has Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro.
You know what's ridiculous? Fucking EA is so dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
Why you are gay?
Yeah. They just really announced a new Need for Speed, and they're releasing it on the same day of Death Stranding. How? And the thing is, it doesn't even look that bad. I would have reviewed it.
Well, I gotta say, maybe they're not targeting the same audience.
I don't know. I love car driving games.
What?
If they're not too...
If they're Mario Kart.
No, yeah, like I was saying, like if they're too simulation stuff, I don't play. But Need for Speed is like arcadey, pimping your cars and that shit. I enjoy that stuff. I'm not gonna get to play it if Death Stranding comes out, you idiots. So, well, sucks to be you. Yeah. And then 1 week later, November 15th, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I have no interest in that.
What? You never played a Pokemon, right?
Well, I played one Pokemon game. I think the Blue or something.
Oh my god!
And it's something I thoroughly don't enjoy.
I get it, because you know what's kind of ridiculous? Think about it. How they have changed nothing. No, honestly, think about the base game. Yeah. Nothing has changed. The game has barely gone with the time in terms of graphics, barely, but it's the exact same thing. For me, it still works. I still love it. But the thing is, I don't know if I will review it, because I think I haven't really thoroughly enjoyed a Pokemon game in such a long time. I've waited for the new generation for so long. I think this one is just going to be for me.
Okay.
Not going to do a video on it. Maybe. Because on the same day, another game comes out that I do have to review.
Which
and that's
is?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Dude, shut up, Andi. You might actually enjoy this one.
Star Wars.
You want to know why?
Why?
Did you play Force Unleashed?
Very briefly.
Okay, listen. The gameplay was released, yeah? And then people were like, oh, it doesn't look that great. And I'm like, you guys don't get it. Did you not see the gameplay, what they did? They have turned it into a slight Souls-like. Star Wars close combat game with Souls-like or similar Souls-like combat? I am so hyped. If they do good boss fights, good levels, good replayability, this might be a 9 or 10 out of 10 for me. Because I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. Disney has ruined it for me. But I love lightsabers. I think it works. It's cool. And it looks like Souls-like gameplay. Slightly Souls-like. And if it's Souls-like, you would play it. Just for the game.
Yes, yeah. Okay, you got me there. Well, I still, it still feels wrong to me to give any money to Disney, but maybe. Yeah,
By the way, did you see this Disney? D23. I don't know. People are talking about it. Disney just announced like a new lineup of 1,000 different shows, and they were just released new trailers. And Disney's becoming too big.
Like your channel.
Yeah. Oh! They have to be split up. I don't trust Disney, man.
What is this communist talk?
Honestly, when was the last time Disney did something good? Did something mind-blowingly good, or like really good? Dude, Disney, I don't like him. I don't like this. I don't like Disney. I don't like Apple. Yeah. I don't like Amazon. I don't trust you guys. God damn it.
The last time Disney did anything good was Infinity War.
Oh yeah,
that was the last Disney movie I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Wait, is Brightburn? No,
or no? Didn't you enjoy the new Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, but it wasn't like mind-blowingly awesome. It's just Marvel level.
Well, it will be the last Spider-Man movie. So.
Oh yeah, that whole thing. What the fuck is happening there?
I mean, Sony and Disney canceled their deal, and now Spider-Man is no longer part of the MCU.
But they signed contracts, right? So there's still another movie in for.
I have no idea, and I honestly don't want to comment on it because, like, face it, guys, we know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too.
This is gonna be such a soundbite now. Fuck.
It's two gigantic companies talking business. Of course, they're not going to incorporate the public.
Do you understand that every time now people disagree with us, they're gonna cut this out and be like, "Face it, guys,
we know nothing."
God damn it!
I'm glad I can be a soundbite producer.
Debunked. Then, there's gonna be a train wreck coming out on November 19th.
You already know that?
Yeah, Shenmue 3.
Oof.
I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy that. And then Doom Eternal coming out 22nd.
Yeah. If you got time, I would like to make a small Doom segment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just recently there was QuakeCon, and at the moment, like Quake, the franchise no longer really exists, but it's mostly just Doom at the moment for ID Soft. And honestly, for me, like, you guys that have played Doom, maybe it's controversial, but for me, Doom 3 was the best Doom. It's the first like 3D Doom, and they went away from this huge, over the top, like and you just demons come from everywhere and you just shoot everyone, to a more horror game.
Yeah.
It's Doom 3 is very dark. You can't you either have your flashlight or a gun. So
shit.
that's a horror aspect.
Yeah.
And the best thing about Doom 3 that none of the Dooms had are audio logs. I just told you about the audio logs. Guys, if you got 5 minutes time, go on YouTube and put in Doom 3 Ian McCormack, because the audio logs are listed by the person, the employee of in the fictional company that talks, like that records them. And I tell you, these 5 minutes of audio, they're so haunting, and they're like a horror movie by itself.
Damn.
Ian McCormack, where he explains what they found on this Mars installation.
But in the game, it's something that you gradually find uncover, or
yeah. Well, this marks a huge reveal. This audio log, and then like I knew, okay, Doom 3, my favorite, and then I saw like 2016 they rebooted the Doom franchise, and I saw it was like just huge guns and blam, and I was like, okay, maybe if I like Doom 3, I'm gonna be disappointed. And then I saw Doom Eternal and the hype they were building with it.
Super arcadey though. That's even more arcadey.
And I thought, okay, maybe if I can jump over this, like just keep Doom 3 in another box in my head and just say, okay, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal are going to be different franchises.
New thing.
And then I bought Doom 2016, and my God,
do you like it?
I exploded through that game. I didn't imagine it being so good.
I heard the music is amazing.
The music is your adrenaline, it comes out of your ears. it's unreal. The game is such a push. Yeah.
Damn. I don't know.
And now I'm very, very hyped.
Did you
for
see
Doom
Eternal? Doom Eternal is even more arcadey. They have like these signs
you have a double
around,
jump
and like one up and stuff.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Gonna check it out. And that's kind of the games. Then I have also a Planet Zoo here and Cyberpunk, but that's the next year. But yeah, busy next couple of months. Now we're at 1 hour 45.
Perfect time for the science segment, right?
Science segment.
Okay.
Take it away.
Good. So guys, I'm currently in the last few months of my master thesis, and then I will be a graduated physicist, master of the universe, so to speak. And
real physics master.
Real physics disciple
reacts to laser.
Well, so I want to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about what I do on my master thesis, which is I work on a particle accelerator that accelerates electrons. And they then, when they're accelerated and you slow them down, they produce a very specific kind of radiation, which is very useful. Let's just say that. And to get these electrons out of something, we use a laser that shoots onto a copper rod, and when through the photoelectric effect, the photons that hit the copper are then, I'm just gonna say, they turned into electrons. It's not correct, but yeah,
oversimplified.
Yeah, photons go onto the thing and electrons come off of the thing, and those are then accelerated. And I personally work on this laser. My master thesis is basically check this laser for, in German we would say, hearts and kidneys. No, hearts and kidneys.
Herz und Niere.
Yeah, hearts and kidneys. So check everything about it. What's the power of the laser? How long? It's a pulse laser, so it doesn't go like, it's not one beam. It's more pulses, like
rapid fire.
Pew, 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 small shots. How long are these shots? And everything about that laser. And I thought I will tell you guys a little bit about how, let's make it Hollywood, how powerful this laser is. So the first difference is that there are CW lasers, which are the constant beams, and pulsed lasers. And usually when you see the specifics of a laser, you see it has this much power. And with a constant beam laser, you know, okay, this has, let's say, 5 watts, which means it has an energy of 5 joules in 1 second. But with a pulsed laser, these numbers don't really match, because between the pulses, there's nothing. So the entire energy is in the pulse. And these pulses, they're very short. And with very short, I mean, they're the shortest events humanity has ever produced. We're talking femtoseconds. I don't know if you've ever heard this term. Femtoseconds. There's second.
Femto is the bad guy in Berserk who fucks his girlfriend.
Ooh. Yeah, you see how badass
I
this
think his name
was.
is Femto.
Yeah, so you have seconds, milliseconds, microseconds, nanoseconds, picoseconds, and then you get to femtoseconds.
Fuck's sake.
And this laser produces femtosecond pulses. Like the shortest one I've measured was 40 femtoseconds. And you now have to imagine that like our laser produces 6 watts or 7 watts of power. These 6 watts are in 40 femtoseconds. Not in 1 second. Femtoseconds. This entire energy is concentrated into this little pulse. So this sounds a little abstract. Let's give an example what it can do. I'm not allowed to do it, but I did it. I took a piece of paper and I turned the beam to maximum and focused it a little bit.
Should you say this?
Yeah, it's fine. It was in the name of science. Like I did a little experiment in a controlled environment. Everything's fine. Yeah, the whole place burned down, but it's fine. So yeah. And the paper that I took and put into the beam, it doesn't catch fire. The paper is gone. You take a small sheet of paper, you go through the laser, and your paper is fucking gone.
Where did it go?
Vaporized. Yeah, it turned into its molecular whatever.
The fuck? Like it's a Thanos snap. Holy shit.
This laser is capable of Thanos snapping the thing out of existence.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. And that's the laser I operate. I kind of felt pretty fucking badass. Yeah, so that's that. And I was pretty happy, and I think this is one of the best master theses I could have gotten. But then I thought, okay, maybe for the podcast, we need to go bigger. And I searched up what are the most powerful lasers on Earth. And the numbers get pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
I gotta say. And also, like, we use this to produce the electrons in the particle accelerator. And we don't need this powerful of a laser, truthfully. Like, the laser we have is to be honest, it's much more powerful than we would want to. So I thought, okay, why would anyone then need a laser who's 100 times that power? And there's something in physics, something in accelerator physics that's coming up, guys. You heard it here first. It's a new kind of accelerator. Because accelerator experiments are currently the ones that are very promising to yield new physics, new the LHC in Switzerland, which led to the discovery of the Higgs boson.
Teilchenbeschleuniger.
Yeah. That was a big thing. Like, it really solidified a big part of the standard model that we're using today. But the problem is, accelerating stuff is kind of difficult.
Fucking expensive too.
And at least to accelerate it to energies where new physics can be created. Yeah. And there's a plan at the moment to produce to construct an even bigger ring, but it's just a plan. And there's a new kind of accelerator currently being worked on and being researched on that could make this entire thing unnecessary. This accelerator is called a laser wake field accelerator. That's a fucking badass name, right? You know what a wake is? A wake is if you like imagine a ship in an ocean. The part of the water behind the ship that's like all turbulent, that's its wake. And what you do is you take a laser pulse that's so powerful that the photons produce a plasma in their wake, like behind them. And this plasma, because it's charged particles, you get an electric field and you can accelerate stuff very fast. And to put it in perspective, how powerful these are. You know how long the LHC is? 24 kilometers or something. Yeah, huge, or 24 kilometers diameter. It's absurd. You get the acceleration power. Like, okay, maybe the numbers are a little bit out of whack, but laser wake field accelerators are this big. You get accelerations to, I don't want to tell any numbers that might be wrong, but you don't need more. Yeah? You can accelerate to energies that are already beyond anything you can do everywhere else.
The laser pointer this small.
On a length scale. You don't need to accelerate for 24 kilometers. You have this much to accelerate. And the electron in this little, in this small of a step, has already more energy than in gigantic accelerators.
What the fuck?
And to do that, of course, there's a law of energy conservation and everything. You need very powerful lasers. And that's why people are building lasers that are more and more powerful. And that, dude, these lasers, they are so fucking Hollywood. Like, the laser I'm using shoots 1,000 times per second, which is, you don't hear a drrrr, it's too fast. You pretty much just hear a constant. Yeah. But these ultra powerful lasers, they don't shoot multiple times a second. They shoot like once every half an hour. It's like the Death Star. They build power for half an hour and then they shoot.
What do you think happens? Like you said, if you put a piece of paper in front of your laser, it vaporizes. What happens if you put a person in front of the giant one? That's death?
Well, I mean the laser, the pulse itself is probably not very large.
Yeah. Like if a hand through,
but I mean
the biggest one in the world.
The energy has to go somewhere. So
goes through your hand, burns straight a hole through it.
I don't want to say anything embarrassing here. So the real answer is no one knows. Like no one has tested it. These lasers are too expensive to do experiments like these.
Really? What if you put a fucking rabbit in
come on. Like because
goddamn
what kind of science is this going to produce?
the Chinese man speaking again. but just in case people are wondering, why do you guys study lasers? Like what is the benefit for normal people to study lasers?
Well, yeah, I mean, to some extent, lasers were invented for science, and then later they were like CD drive runs on a laser, or like it's very hard for me to immediately put my finger on this technology. This came to be because it's such a gradual step. Like the way the process from a new scientific discovery to new usable technology that you can buy at your local Best Buy, it's not clearly traceable what the path there was.
For sure.
So I can just hope that you have faith that new science will inevitably lead to new things that you in the end can use.
Yeah. But maybe the in terms of energy, maybe that's something like energy.
Well, yeah.
Lasers. Or like Treibstoff, I don't fucking know.
At the moment, no, lasers aren't, because producing a laser pulse or laser beam by itself is a very energy negative process. Like you lose a lot. So I don't know how you can use lasers in producing energy at the moment. And I don't know if that field.
What is it good for?
Yeah. But yeah, so with this new laser or plasma wake field acceleration. Guys, there's some new science on the horizon. There's something coming. I'm telling you this.
Holy shit.
In the next 10 years, or let's say 15 years, be generous, the refining of this technology will lead to some fucking awesome stuff.
Like what? Make it graspable. Like new TVs?
I cannot say this. Like, I don't know. Yeah, what
new cameras?
Because I, as many other physicists, don't know what we're going to find.
Well, what should we look forward to? In what direction? New fridges?
Let's say let's make it simple and just say faster computers.
Faster computers.
Yeah. I mean, quantum computers are a big research field at the moment, and maybe it will lead to a breakthrough in this point. I cannot say. I don't know. Yeah. If I would say anything, I would be BBCing it. So yeah.
Big black cock.
I just know that there will be a lot of new physics being discovered in the next 10 years. Damn. All thanks to these very powerful lasers.
All thanks to the research.
Which the most powerful is the Hercules laser. Hercules laser in Michigan. Yeah. So thanks, Americans. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Yeah.
That was that.
Okay, we are at pretty much exactly 2 hours now.
Good plan this time. What did we talk about last time that we didn't cover this
time?
Food.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, Once Upon a Time.
And food. We talk about the star-rated Michelin star food.
Yeah. Your micro vacation there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess we're pretty sure.
There was some important stuff I had to get off my chest.
By the way, I did that last time. Shout out to the Munich gang that I watched the Tarantino movie with. You guys are the best.
Do you want to say something to Spooderman from the Discord, who asks you about every day?
God damn it! I'm so sorry for what I did last time. I didn't mean it. Anton forced me into it.
Are you gonna come on the Discord again?
Yeah. I already have it in my. When starting up the PC, it automatically starts Discord. That's the first step.
First step.
Yeah, I gotta take it slow, man. The first experience on the Discord was pretty scarring.
It was pretty cringy. Yeah. All right. So, and with that being said, let's don't worry. For me, this channel is business as usual. The channel exploded. Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. I hope your new subscribers are all looking forward to Anton's new gaming reviews.
Yes.
Because believe me, once you put off all your mental ballast, and just enjoy them for what they are, you will like it.
Oh, that's nice. Hell yeah. So the next few videos are going to be it's going to be gaming content again. Business as usual. Say hello to all the new people. And don't forget, every month 5 new slots on Discord. So with that being said, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Until next time.
Very nice.